What's happening, everyone? I'm Ray Canaveri, and this is the Clay County High School football preview on Florida Sports Broadcasting. Today, I'm on the campus of Clay High School as we look at the Blue Devils, who are trying to improve on their 3-7 mark from a year ago. Now, they only lost 7 seniors from a year ago, so they'll be a lot more mature, and all those young players will be coming back with a season or two under their belt. So they should be much improved this year. I had an opportunity to talk to the head coach of Clay. That, of course, is Kyle Kennard, and here's how that conversation went. Hot days for practice. How are the boys holding up?
Yeah, we're doing our best to try to keep them hydrated. But like I tell them, everybody's going through this. It's not like we're the only ones having to do this. We're adapting, and, we get practice when we can. And, it's hard to get better when you're not playing actual football. But, we figure out ways to get better, and we're doing the best we can.
Yeah, it has to be a little frustrating. Some days you can't get out just because of the heat.
Yeah, and then there's other sports in the gym, so it's hard to get in there. We watch a lot of film, and we do the walkthrough stuff, and we try to practice when we can. But, everybody's going through it, so we're not one to complain.
3-7 last year. The good news about that is you had 7 seniors on the team last year, so you bring back a lot of players from a year ago.
Yeah, we had 7 seniors on the team. We had a lot of guys going both ways, very young, basically playing, a glorified JV team out on a varsity schedule. So our guys did the best they could. They battled. I think that what they went through in the past will only help us be ready for the future. We've been in the weight room. We've been working hard. You can see it on some of their kids' faces that we want to get this changed around, and we look forward to the challenge.
What do you think the strength of your team will be this year?
Probably our offense and defensive lines. All of those guys return. They're a year older, a year bigger, faster, stronger. And those guys are, they're out to prove something.
I know they always say as hard as losing is, you do learn something from it. And going 3-7 last year, what did you learn from a year ago?
Yeah, there's a lot to be taken from last year. We learned that we got to get a lot bigger, faster, stronger. That comes from youth and just trying to, get a year older and get these guys, in shape to where we can go 2 platoon and not have to play guys on both sides of the ball. We learned that we got to practice harder and we got to be more physical. And there was a lot from last year that we had to get fixed, and I think we're on the road to do that.
All right, you start out the season, the real season, with Fleming. What a great way to gauge where you are. Yeah. I know they're down a little bit too, but Coach Parker has them ready to go.
Yeah, that game's always a fun game just because it's a community game. It's right down the street. Our kids know their kids, and vice versa. And it's just always fun to kick off the year against an in-county rival. And, we're looking forward to playing them in week 1.
Before you get to that game, any goals you've set for your teams or things you want to accomplish before you get to the kickoff of the season?
We talk about things within the locker room and within the meeting rooms, but, I know it sounds cliche, but we just take it one day at a time and try to get a little bit better at something every single day. It's something that I stress to the kids, just making sure that we're taking a little bit and we're getting 1% better every single day. If we can focus on something that we're trying to get better every single day, then those days will add up and we'll end up being successful.
Merrick Raposa was your quarterback last year, and just from talking to people, you have a little bit of depth there at quarterback as well, too.
Yeah, Landon Chadwick's also going to play quarterback for us. Right now they're in a quarterback battle, so they're competing every single day.
Always fun to have that, right?
Yeah, it's making them both better. And they're such good teammates, and they both want to be on the field, and they will be both on the field at the same time. So they're great kids, and they're competing, and it's just fun because it's making both of them better, and which in turn is making our team better.
Appreciate the visit, Coach. Good luck this season.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
The quarterback is always an important player on any football team, and Clay's fortunate enough to have 2 really good ones. I had a chance to speak to one of them. That, of course, is Merrick Raposa. Merrick, I know it's really hot out here. How have workouts been going so far?
They've been doing pretty good. Pretty much whole team's back from last year. Everybody's going a lot smoother. Looking good right now.
You guys were really young last year. Have you noticed a difference in practice and early season training compared to a year ago?
Yes, sir. Definitely a lot more leaders out here. Kids want to be out here, want to win, want to get back out there.
You guys were pretty young last year. Do you think the extra year and bringing so many players back this year will make a difference?
Yes, sir. I think it'll make a great difference for us, especially in those tight games when we're down by 1 touchdown late fourth quarter. Kids that know what it takes to get the win.
I know Coach was saying that he thought your offensive and defensive line will be a lot better this year or be one of the strengths of the team. As a quarterback, I'm sure that's something you like.
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely the O-line being strong, that's really going to help us. And the D-line, I mean, we got pretty much all returners. Omar leading the team, leading D-line over there.
So game number 1 of the year is Fleming. How fun is it to take part in that game?
Yes, sir. It's really fun. I got a lot of friends over there. It's a great rivalry game. That's my favorite game of the year.
You had a pretty good year in baseball, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I had a pretty good year on the mound.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate the visit and good luck this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
When the ball is thrown by the quarterback this year for Clay, Peyton Dykus, the wide receiver, will be one of the many targets for the quarterback. I had an opportunity to catch up with Peyton and get his thoughts on practice and what the team will be like this year. Tell me how training's gone so far, practice early on.
It's been going good. I mean, the weather's hot, but no one's complaining, working hard.
So this year, offensively, you're deep at quarterback. You guys did some good things, I thought, offensively last year. Your thoughts on what possibly you can do this year offensively?
Yeah, we had a good pass game last year. Now we got a new running back. We'll be good. We're expecting good things from offense, even better from last year.
Yeah, I know Coach was saying that the offensive and defensive line will be really good this year. How important is that for you as a wide receiver to help give that quarterback a little extra time?
It's definitely important for a quarterback to get more time, so I have more time to get the ball and develop my routes.
You know, I've asked one or two of the other guys here, what's the chemistry like on this team? I know that's super important no matter what sport you're talking about.
Our chemistry is really good, especially after we have a team camp at Weber, and that helps build a lot of chemistry.
And defensively, obviously you guys are looking to get better. I know a few games you gave up a bunch of points. Just from what you can see, I know you're on the other side of the ball, but do you think you'll be better defensively?
We'll definitely be better. We have more depth of defense this year. Last year we played both ways.
Yeah, I know Coach was saying that a lot of players had to play both ways. That'll wear you out toward the end, won't it?
It definitely will.
Yeah, so the first game of the year will be Fleming Island. How much are you looking forward to that game? I know you probably know a couple of people over there.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for that game. It's my favorite game of the season.
All right, well, hey, we appreciate the visit, and best of luck to you this year.
Thank you.
As you heard Coach Kennard say a short time ago, the strength of this year's team, or one of them anyway, will be the offensive and defensive line. Omar Gooseby will be one of the linemen, and I had an opportunity to catch up with him at practice. Omar, tell me about how practice has gone so far. I know you haven't been out here very long, but how have things gone?
Practice is going good. We out here grinding in the heat like everybody else, and it's really, really good for us because we trying to grind and being a better team and a better school.
I'm a soccer player, and we don't have to wear a whole lot, shorts and a shirt. How is it having to put those pads on in this heat?
It's really hot, but we don't complain. We just get through it, and it's really fun. We don't complain that much. We used to this Florida heat.
How do you think the chemistry of this group is?
Chemistry is so good. Like we all came from like Green Coast Springs. We all brothers and stuff. We all know each other. We came from the same middle school, so we know each other.
And I know Coach says that both lines, the offensive and defensive lines, will be one of the strengths of this team. Would you agree with him?
Yes, sir. We be in the trenches for real. We be pushing each other, so that make us better as a team.
I always wanted to ask this, and I never have in all the years I've been doing this. As a lineman, you don't get a whole lot of recognition. It seems like your name's only called when there's a penalty. Is that kind of tough because you don't get a whole lot of recognition there in the trenches?
Yes, sir. It's kind of they don't recognize when you're doing good. They just do when you're doing bad, like face mask and stuff, and unnecessary roughness and stuff like that.
Come this way just a little bit. I want to make sure we're centered. So first game of the year is Fleming, and I'm sure you know a few of the guys over there. How fun is it to play in that game?
It's really fun because some of my boys over there, and it's really good for us to compete and get at each other once in a while. So it's pretty fun with them.
I know you were very young last year, and you only lose 7 seniors from this past year. And so do you think being so young and so many people coming back this year, it will make you better this year?
Yes, I think it'll make us better because we done grown and matured more. As last year, we was like playing a lot and stuff like that, and we wasn't really prepared for the games and stuff. And this year, we're getting straight to it. No plan or nothing. We just on it this year.
All right, well, we'll be broadcasting that Fleming Island Clay game, so I'm going to be looking for you.
Yes, sir.
So good luck and have a great year.
Yes, sir.
One of the keys in the Clay defensive secondary will be weak side safety Chandler Thomas. I had a chance to talk to him as well at practice. Chandler, tell me how training has gone so far? I know it's really hot out here.
Yeah. It's been hot for sure, but when we've been out here grinding, that's for sure. Everybody's doing good. Everybody's out here working, that's for sure, showing up.
Well, you were really young last year. You'll be another year older, and everybody's matured a little bit. How big of a difference do you think that'll make this season?
It'll make a huge difference. Everybody else is going through this year what we had to do with last year, and we're already up there competing with the biggest of the biggest, and we're still a little young, but we're pretty good this year for sure.
What do you think is the strength of the defensive part of your team?
I think our D-lines is really good. We got a strong D-line. Our linebackers are pretty good, and our secondary is coming a long way, that's for sure.
I know chemistry is super important to any team, any sport. How's the chemistry amongst this group?
We're all family no matter what. No matter who's competing, offense or defense, we're all there after practice for sure for each other.
I know it had to be a little disappointing a year ago. You went 3-7. What'd you learn from that? What do you take away as you reflect upon last year?
I think everyone on our team just took away really knowing how to compete and how to deal with a loss, how to come back from it, and I think it's going to help definitely.
Game 1 of the year is against Fleming. How fun is it to play in that game?
Oh, it's going to be a blast. They have to deal with what we've had to deal with, losing a bunch of seniors, and I think we're going to come back strong, way stronger than they think.
All right, well, we appreciate the visit and good luck this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That'll do it for this edition of the Clay County High School Football Preview. I'd like to thank everyone at Clay High School for being so gracious in having us today. Keep an eye out for more previews, and don't forget we'll have high school football all season long on FloridaSportsBroadcasting.com. I'm Ray Canaveri. Until next time, so long, everyone.